Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. Today I will be reviewing a very recent pickup of mine. This is the Asics Gel Nimbus-9 in the Frosted Almond black colorway. So I got this pair of shoes from my local Asics store. I was really surprised to see them on shelves and I got them immediately. So just a brief background, this is the Asics Gel Nimbus-9 belonging to the Nimbus series. As of 2022, it is currently the Nimbus 24. So every year they release a new model with performance updates. The first ever model was released in 2007. So it has been around for about 15 years. For this particular model, Asics decided to remake them as a retro model. I believe it was kickstarted by Kiko's design team. He released 3 colorways. I was really considering getting them, but the colorways were a bit too loud for my liking. And I was hoping that more colorways were gonna release. And truly enough, thank goodness Asics released this colorway, which I think it's so nice. Really loving this metallic chrome color. So the shoes themselves came in your regular brown Asics shoebox. Here is the model code and sizing. Here's the first look at the shoes. They did not come with any additional shoelaces or accessories. The colorway is said to be in this Frosted Almond black colorway. Here are the tags that came with the shoe. Here's the first look at the external part of the shoe. The shoe is generally constructed with mesh as well as synthetic leather. You can see a lot of stitching detail in the middle of the shoe. For the instep, there's a slight difference in the paneling design as the outside. The logo design is continuous, ending at the outsole portion. For the external side, the Asics logo stitching ends here and it continues in the material underneath. At the back of the shoe at the heel portion, you have the Gel Nimbus-9 design. Here's the front of the toe box. You have these two very uniquely designed textured pattern. The front of the toe box is made from black mesh and it extends outwards to the tongue. For the shoelace portion, there are regular eyelets, and in the middle 2 parts, there is an external eyelid loop where the laces run through. In the middle of the tongue, there is a shoelace holder securing the laces in place, and it is also in this Frosted Almond color. At the top of the shoe tongue, you have the Asics logo embossed with this textured material with the Gel Nimbus-9 branding. A very nice touch. Here is the sizing of the shoe. Removing the insole, it is slightly glued to the base. Here's the insole of the shoe. It is in a slightly light cream color. At the back, you have the Asics logo. Here is the outsole of the shoe. Alright, so this part was filmed actually after the first portion of the video. I wore the shoe out for about 1.5 weeks and I wanted to share with you my thoughts on the sizing especially. So to get things out of the way, I'm normally a true to size US 9 in most Nike sneakers. And for designer shoes, I tend to wear a European 42. For my Asics sizing, I go half a size up from my true size, so I wear a US 9.5. So for this pair of Nimbus 9, I went to the store to try on a 9.5 in my usual size and I was shocked. It actually fits a lot smaller, so I went up to a size 10. In the shop, walking around, trying them on feet, it was fine. But after wearing them out for about 1.5 weeks, I still find them a bit snug for me. The issue that I had with the shoe when I'm wearing them is that my last few toes actually touch the corner of the shoe. So I was really curious about the sizing. I took out my Kayano 14 in a 9.5. To compare with the Nimbus 9 in a size 10. I took out both insoles to just compare the length, and lengthwise they are both exactly the same. You can see for the insole as well, the Nimbus 9 fits a lot more narrow as compared to the Kayano 14. So Kayano 14 is a bit wider in terms of the forefoot as well as the middle portion of the feet. I compared the heel to toe measurements in terms of the outsole as well for both shoes. So from the heel to toe, there's a very slight difference, but the Kayano 14 is slightly longer than the Nimbus 9, and also the width of the outsole base is also slightly wider. So one thing to point out as well, at the heel area, the Nimbus 9 has a more of a sharp V shape, whereas the Kayano 14 at the back heel area, it's more of a U shape. So my feet shape probably plays a part in the fit. The Nimbus 9 probably doesn't complement my feet shape as well, but because of this sharp angular V shape at the back, my feet doesn't really sit well in the shoe and it feels like it's been pushed forward. So there's always this awkward room at the back. So even sizing up to a 10.5, I'm worried that it may not fit as well. So all in all, not to confuse you guys on the sizing, I recommend at least going 1 size up from your true size. And if you're a bit more particular on the comfort, you prefer more room in your trainers or running shoes, I recommend going 1.5 size up. I know it's a bit of a stretch. I couldn't believe it as well going 1.5 size up because I've never done that for a pair of shoes before. But that is what I would recommend, and that is my experience with the shoe for about 1.5 weeks. So I'm going to sum up my thoughts on these pair of Nimbus-9 trainers. So I myself have been a big fan of Asics. I actually use the Nimbus running performance line as well. And my dad, he has been using the Nimbus model since the first model came out. So every year he just buys a new pair of Nimbus for running. So I'll be a bit more critical for this part because I have high expectations for the Nimbus. So in terms of quality and construction, the exterior, in terms of the material, the stitching, everything is very high quality, very nice and sturdy. But I am a bit disappointed in terms of the sock liner. I kind of wish that they use a more plush, pillow-like sock liner, which is a lot thicker, a lot more comfortable, which is what the Nimbus series is known for. And also for the insole, they are using a very thin, flimsy insole. And the print at the back, the Asics logo, is actually peeling off after a few wears, which never happens to my normal Asics shoes. I understand that this is a sneaker sport style line, and it is priced at a lower retail price compared to the running performance series. But I kind of wish that they put in a bit more effort with the insole. Even the Keanu 14s actually, they use a lot thicker padded insole, so this one is slightly disappointing. So these two models are actually the Nimbus, and they are from the running line. So this is the Nimbus 20, this is the 22. I'll show you guys the sock liner. So in terms of the comfort as well as the construction on the inside, I was expecting a lot more, and I feel that they could do a lot better. But removing the negativity out of the way, it is still a really comfortable shoe. They use a decent amount of gel in the forefoot as well as the back. For a sneaker, it is still really comfortable. And of course, the design as well as this colorway, I feel that this Frosted Almond looks like a champagne silver. There is hints of gold as well as cream in it, and I don't think I've seen this colorway used on sneakers before. Definitely has that early 2000s running shoe look. Very futuristic and timeless in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I still love this shoe a lot. I will definitely be wearing it a ton for sure. Just my pet peeve is the comfort as well as the construction on the inside. And I'm still really surprised that this is a general release pair. They are sitting in shops. There's full size run on many retail websites. So do not sleep on this pair for sure. Just make sure you get the sizing right. I hope this video has given you the information you need on these pair of Asics Gel Nimbus-9 in the Frosted Almond black colorway. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.